Hello again, my Poke friends! With the announcement of the newest Pokemon game, Legends ZA, there has been a wave of leaks. Some of them even sound believable. One that caught my eye was that there'll be almost 30 new Megas. So I thought, why not have a go at some wild speculations and make some new evolutions myself? Especially considering how scared some of us were for the mechanic never being allowed to come back. I think making 5 new Mega Evolutions will be the perfect way to celebrate its return. As a heads up, I'm not a super competitive Pokemon player, so all of this is mainly super subjective rule of cool, and not anything super thought out, so be kind when leaving a comment rebalancing things. Let's start off with giving Youngster Joy something to really call you about, the top percentage of Raticate. I present to you all, Mega Raticate. The rat Pokemon, a normal ghost type. A physical tangle of swarm of Raticates has lasted so long, their souls have merged into a king-like specter. It puppets individual bodies without a care, so long as it remains untouched. Some of you may have already guessed, but the Mega Evolution is a reference to the legend of the Rat King. It's an old tale where the tails of the rats get so tangled and tied up they become a living Gordian knot and starve. It's gross to think about, still, it's a fun concept. So I give it a shot with Mega Raticate. Like the original, I originally planned for the army to actually be dead, but I don't think Game Freak would go for it. So I went with the Royal Guard concept instead. To go with that theme, not only would it get the Wonder Guard ability, but can you imagine if it had more than 1 HP? To simulate having to fight through wave after wave of rat guards just to scratch the king. And to keep the spooky mega trend, I'll give some love to another Gen 1 Pokemon, Ninetales. I might do an Alolan one later. But for now, let's keep it classic with Mega Ninetales, the fox Pokemon, a fire ghost type. Elders tell stories of peers drawn into the wilderness by eerie foxfires, only to be found days later with their life force drained to power the Pokemon's cold flames. There are a lot of Megas that change base colors, like Mega Charizard X, the Latios siblings, and Mega Audino. So I thought it would be a good choice to let the Mega Energy change Ninetales' color to match the lore of Kitsune, as they're usually given more silverish gray coat. It's also why Shiny Ninetales is gray. So Shiny Hunters, rejoice! For the Pokédex entry, I was looking through some Japanese lore, but it seems those ones prefer to pose as pretty ladies and just mooch off rich guys. So I adopted a bit of Korean version, the Gumiho. They're both fox with 9 tails, so it's fine. But it gives it a bit of the dark tint that the Mega Pokédex entries go for. The myth version eats hearts and livers, but we can let the kid-friendly version just eat life force. And to show off what all that vitality eating gets you, we give it the ability Cold Fire, where the Pokemon's fire damage ignores immunity and resistance, and gains resistance to water. And a quick stop on this Mega Train, please consider subscribing if you're enjoying things so far. I hope to hit 10k subs by the end of this year, and I can't do it without your help. Thank you, and back to the art. Up next, I'll be doing Pokemon Legends ZA starters. I mean, it's pretty safe bet that they're gonna get something official, but I figured I'd shoot my shot. Oh, and before anyone comments, there was that one leaked release that everybody was calling credible and had the starters. I saw the leak after I finished my own art, so please know this will be very different from the leaks and I mostly just did my own thing. Jokes aside, I'll start with that self-cooking bacon Tepig. Now, Emboar didn't start the firefighting trend, but it sure is part of the problem. So I'll be changing things up for Mega Emboar, the Mega Fire Pig Pokemon. Fire Steel type. Mega Energy has overcharged its flames to uncontrollable levels, tempering its bones into pure metal. Too heavy to move without the assistance of the power of the jet flame in its arms. I wanted to change up the typing and figured that Heatran could use some company in the Fire Steel Club. For its ability, I was thinking about those unwatched wrist rockets to give us the ability Jet Fire Jab. which changes Fire Punch to 150 base power, guarantees a hit, ignores wall moves like Reflect and Protect, but hits allies and yourself with a 1/3 recoil damage and forces a turn of recharge. Setting yourself to maximum power, minimum control leaves you one hell of a glass cannon. The next starter is Chikorita and its evolution Meganium. And I'm giving the fans what they wanted with Mega Meganium, the herb Pokemon, a grass dragon type. The Mega Energy replicates an ancient atmosphere, forcing unsustainable growth that chokes on modern pollution and leads to unstoppable rampages. I've heard tell that a lot of the fandom wants this green dinosaur to show a little dragon typing, so I thought I'd deliver. Designs aside, I thought the ability Thorny Vines would mesh well, making any physical attacker take 1/8 of its maximum HP as recoil damage, and lowering their speed by 1 stage. It's too bad I didn't see the leaked design first because the longer neck is a good idea. I wish I had thought of it. More room for more flower. And finally we get to the water starter Totodile and its final stage Feraligatr. To this day it still messes me up that its name is spelled without an O due to character limitations. Alligators are pretty well known for their bite strength and being a mascot for Fridays.
It's Friday, Friday.
So I've chosen to double down on that with Mega Feraligatr, the big jaw Pokemon, a water dark type. Mega Feraligatr's jaw can now unhinge itself to almost 2 meters wide and close with enough bite force to shatter steel like cookie. However, its teeth cannot survive the ordeal and requires a full day to be replaced. I mean, Feraligatr is the big jaw Pokemon, but I don't think it took full advantage of it. In honor of that, I'll give it the Massive Maw ability, doubling the power of all jaw-based attacks. And I even remembered about Stab, so making this guy a water dark type is to give Bite and Crunch, the jaw-based classics, a bit of a boost. As always, I hope you've enjoyed my takes on the concept. Mega Evolutions are so much fun and I can't wait to play ZA when it's out and see just how far off my guesses were. Let me know in the comments what you loved and hated about my designs. Like and subscribe for more art videos. Join my membership to see the behind the scenes. And I hope to see you all sometime soon!